Respected dear sadhakas, welcome one more day in the evening. Let us remember through Bhagavata Purana, Paramatma Krishna, Paramatma Parabrahma. Through remembering them, let us remind ourselves that reaching Him in our own selves is the ultimate goal, perfection a human being is expected to reach. And also through Ramayana, let us know all the sadhanas required to reach the divine. It is a great thing we are doing to ourselves of listening to Shastras, about which, as we are in the initial days of learning, we may not be having complete clarity and picture, but when we continue listening with full faith in the God and the Guru, and trying our best to make our antakarana purified and subtle. Through that pure and subtle and single pointed antakarana, we start understanding the deep purports, essences of these Shastras. As much we understand them, so much we understand how important are the goal and the means that are indicated through them to us. And that day, when we convincingly understand and committedly take initiative to do sadhana of what is said in the Shastra, that day we have really made a new beginning, a new birth. It is a new leaf opened in our life of book. May we all come to that day this very moment, not looking back ahead again, looking ahead only through practice of all these external, internal, innermost sadhanas. May we reach out to our esteemed ultimate goal. Bhagavatam Dashamaskandham Jarasandha Krishna Balarama Yuddha. 12th Skandham we will conclude today. Third chapter, the four pralayas are told, and in general, Bhagavan Krishna's and Bhagavata's Mahima, our Shukadevji says, only to conclude all his beautiful teachings to Parikshitji in the next fifth chapter. Small chapter but all inclusive. We may not be able to start it today. Tomorrow we will start. In Adhyatma Ramayanam, we will see how wonderfully Bhagavan Rama is opening up all the wisdom knowledge through Tara to us. The proof of it is said there only, having heard this knowledge from Rama, the Tara, wife of Vali, gets moksha only. There and then. And it is said that Sugriva was listening to all these. He also goes beyond the Deha Jiva Tadatmya and discovers his oneness with truth. That is what is mentioned here by Vyasa Bhagavan in Adhyatma Ramayana, proving to us the glory, greatness, importance, efficacy of this knowledge given by Bhagavan Rama. May we also gain that knowledge as it is given and gain the result for which it is given. Let us start with complete fervor, complete attentiveness, complete devotion. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarobhaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tavatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. Nigamakalpatarorgalitam phalam शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशुभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशुभ्यो त्र्यादृशुभ्यो मत्स्यावतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्यशङ्कराचार्य आदिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च तत्कृतकङ्कणबद्ध समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासुपासकानां च आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्यादि श्रद्धा भक्त्यादि सत्संपदा सत्साधनावाप्ति द्वारा समस्त शक्तिनामानुकूल्यतानां सिद्धि द्वारा समस्त बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न समूल निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य द्वादशस्कन्धस्य पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ दशमस्कन्धः 10th skandha 50th chapter. Let us do from this shloka number 29 onwards. That ferocious war between Bhagavan Krishna Balarama and Jarasandha we have seen. How 23 Akshohinis engulfed Krishna and his Sainyam, and they were not seen. All the people in Mathura were perturbed, disturbed. What happened to them? And their arrows of these Jarasandha Sainya, when they were troubling Krishna Bhagavan's Sainyam, Bhagavan took his Divya Sharanga Dhanu and then, like Alata Chakra, hundreds and thousands of arrows taking from the quiver when he shot. Then we could see the pictorial, the word picture given, how the Ratha, Gaja, Turaga, Padati, Dala, Sainya of this Jarasandha were totally killed, destroyed. 23 Akshohinis, and the blood oozing out was like so many canals only. How that Rakta Nadi, Shonita Nadi was described. Visa. Toward the end, Balarama also with his Musalam fighting toward the end. And though this ferocious thing we have explained this way, but it is not at all so surprising, because it is Bhagavan Krishna who, with his just wink of eyes, does सृष्टि स्थिति लय. उनके लिए ऐसा बड़ा आश्चर्य की बात नहीं है. But now he has taken Manusya Avatara and doing, therefore we have done that Varnanam. After this, Jarasandha will be caught. Balarama tries to kill. Krishna stops. He is left. He goes insulted. Wanted to go for tapasya. Other kings take him back to the Magadha Rajyam. But here, Bhagavan Krishna Balarama are invited, received with all the great joy by all the Nagaravasins after that victory. That portion we will chant and see. Our attention should be full mind intellect's concentration. Mind's concentration with the devotion, intellect's concentration to grasp the story aspect, the glory aspect of the Lord, and heart in heart telling in our chitta, to that Lord I'll become devotee, to that Lord I surrender, to that Lord I'll do all upasanas, to that Lord I extend my prayers. My prayers are for my kshema, my prayers are for my well-being, my prayers are for my sadhana and reaching Him. My prayers are for the entire universal goodness, universal safety and progress. In this way, we can do that sankalpa. The more integratedly intellect, mind, ears, and the eyes we focus while listening to these classes, to that extent we are fully involved in sadhana, and the extrovertednesses are avoided. Let us chant from the verse number 29. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Dashama Skandha Uttarardha पञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच बलं तदङ्गार्णवदुर्गभैरवं दुरन्तपारं मगधेन्द्रपालितं क्षयं प्रणीतं वसुदेवपुत्रयोः विक्रीडितं तत् जगदीशयोः परं स्थित्युद्भवान्तं भुवनत्रयस्य यः समीहतेऽनन्तगुणः स्वलीलया न तस्य चित्रं परपक्षनिग्रहः तथापि मर्त्यानुविधस्य वर्ण्यते। जग्राहविरथं रामः जरासन्धं महाबलं हतानीकावशिष्टासुं सिंहमिवौजसा बध्यमानं हतारातिं पाशैर्वारुणमानुषैः वारयामास गोविन्दः तेन कार्यचिकीर्षया समुक्तो लोकनाथाभ्यां व्रीडितो वीरसम्मतः तपसे कृतसङ्कल्पः वारितः पतिराजभिः वाक्यैः पवित्रार्थपदैः नयनैः प्राकृतैरपे स्वकर्मबन्धप्राप्तोऽयं यदुभिस्ते पराभवः हतेषु सर्वानीकेषु नृपो बार्हद्रथस्तदा उपेक्षितो भगवता मगधान् दुर्मनाययौ मुकुन्दोऽप्यक्षतबलः विस्तीर्णारिवलार्णवः विकीर्यमाणः कुसुमैः त्रिदशैरनुमोदितः मातुरैरुपसङ्गम्य विज्वरैर्मुदितात्मभिः उपगीयमानविजयः सूतमागधवन्दिभिः शङ्खदुन्दुभयो नेदुः भेरीतूर्याण्यनेकशः वीणावेणुमृदङ्गानि पुरं प्रविशति प्रभौ सिक्तमार्गां हृष्टजनां पताकाभिरलङ्कृतां निर्घुष्टां ब्रह्मघोषेण कौतुकावद्धतोरणां निचीयमानो नारीभिः माल्यदध्यक्षताङ्कुरैः निरीक्ष्यमाणः सस्नेहं प्रीत्युत्कलितलोचनैः आयोधनगतं वित्तम् अनन्तं वीरभूषणं यदुराजाय तत्सर्वम् आहृतं प्रादिशत् प्रभुः एवं सप्तदश कृत्वः तावत्यक्षौहिणी बलः युधे मागधो राजा यदुभिः कृष्णपालितैः अक्षिण्वंस्तद्बलं सर्वं वृष्णयः कृष्णतेजसा हतेषु स्वेष्वनीकेषु त्यक्तो यादरिभिर्नृपः अष्टादशमसङ्ग्रामे आगामिनि तदन्तरा नारदप्रेषितो वीरः यवनः प्रत्यदृश्यत रुरोधमथुराम् एत्य तिसृभिर्म्लेच्छ कोटिभिः नृलोके चाप्रतिद्वन्द्वः वृष्णीन् श्रुत्वात्मसंमितान् तं दृष्ट्वा चिन्तयत् कृष्णः सङ्कर्षणसहायवान् अहो यदूनां वृजिनं प्राप्तं हि उभयतो महतो यवनोऽयं निरुन्धे स्मान् अद्य तावन्महाबलः मागधोऽप्यद्य वाश्वो वा परोश्वो वा गमिष्यते आवयोर्युध्यतोरस्य यद्यागन्ता जरासुतः बन्धून् वदिष्यत्यथवा नेष्यते स्वपुरं बलीन् तस्माद् अद्य विधास्यामः दुर्गं द्विपददुर्गमं तत्र ज्ञातीन् समाधाय यवनं घातयामहे इति सम्मन्त्र्य भगवान् दुर्गं 12 योजनम् अन्तः समुद्रे नगरं कृष्णाद्भुतमचीकरतु दृश्यते यत्र हि त्वाष्ट्रं विज्ञानं शिल्पनैपुणं तथ्या चत्वरवीथिभिः यथा वास्तुविनिर्मितं दुरद्रुमलतोद्यान विचित्रोपवनान्वितं हेमशृङ्गैर्दिविस्पृग्भिः स्फाटिकाट्टालगोपुरैः राजतारकुटैः कोष्ठैः हेमकुम्भैरलङ्कृतैः रत्नकूटैर्गृहैर्हेमैः महामरकतस्थलैः वास्तोष्पतीनां च गृहैः वलभिभिश्च निर्मितं चातुर्वर्ण्यजनाकीर्णं यदुदेवगृहोल्लसतो सुधर्मां पारिजातं च महेन्द्रः प्राहिणोत हरेः यत्र चावस्थितो मर्त्यः मर्त्यधर्मैर्न युज्यते श्यामैककर्णान् वरुणः हयान् शुक्लान् मनोजवान् अष्टौ निधिपतिः कोशान् लोकपालो निजोदयान् यद्यद् भगवता दत्तम् आधिपत्यं स्वसिद्धये सर्वं प्रत्यर्पयामासुः हरौ भूमिगते नृप तत्र योगप्रभावेण नीत्वा सर्वजनं हरिः प्रजापालेन रामेण कृष्णः समनुमन्त्रितः निर्जगामपुरद्वारात् पद्ममालीनिरायुधः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे दुर्गनिवेशनं नाम पञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Aho, in this beautiful chapter, 50th, we also see Bhagavan Krishna constructing, building that most beautiful Dwaraka Nagari in the Samudra, and with his Yoga Maya shifts all his relatives, friends, everyone from Mathura to Dwaraka. That is also there in this very beautiful chapter, along with subduing this Magadha Raja Jarasandha. So, yesterday we saw, let us continue from 29th mantra, Balam Tat, that Balam of Jarasandha, O Anga, O my dear Parikshit, Arnava Durga Bhairavam. Arnava Durga Bhairava means Durga is impossible to cross. Bhairava is Bhikaram. Arnava means like Samudra. Duranta Param, which has endless thing, Magadendra Palitam, protected by the Magadha Raja Jarasandha. Kshayam Pranitam, it was totally destroyed. Vasudeva Putrayoho, by Vasudeva Putras, both Krishna and Balarama. How? Vikriditam. How did they do like that? Tat Jagat Ishayoho Param. Param Vikriditam. It is a simple play to that Jagat Ishwaras, Balarama and Krishna to finish the Durantapara Ananta Sainya of Jarasandha. That means such Lord who is there for protection of Dharma and eliminating the Dharma very much is there. He has come, he has done all those Leelas. Now they are all written in the form of Shastras, Puranas for us. Such Bhagavan is never gone anywhere. He only stopped his or concluded his avatara because anything comes has to go. But he is available through the Nama, Smarana, Upasana, Adi. As much he was available there at that time of Dwapara Yuga. With this Shraddha, when we invoke him for our own personal safety and sadhana and also to the world, again he will come. So this Krishna Balarama's great power, great these kathas, leelas, we are listening again and again to develop in our Manda Buddhi the Shraddha about Bhagavan, Bhakti about Bhagavan in our Mana, and the whole life should be Arpana to the Bhagavan. What we have to do, only two things. Outside whatever the duties that are given, small or big, wherever we are placed, those things we do, that also is Arpana to Lord. Inside, always seeking the Lord through bhakti, seeking the Lord through jnanam. These are the only three things to do which we have come. Anything other than that is called the projection of the uncontrolled mind to only destroy us, misguide us, distract us. Maybe we established deeply in these understandings, live life only like that. Then what happened? Ki sthiti udbhava antam bhuvanattrayasya yah samihate. That Lord who does the sthiti udbhava pralaya, sthiti udbhava antam bhuvanattrayasya, of all the three worlds, objectively in the form of bhuloka, antarikshaloka, svargaloka. In other parallels, the adholoka saptakam, the urdhaloka shashkam, and in between the bhuloka. So either you say as one Brahmanda having these three expressions or these three lokas, bhuhu, bhuvaha, suvaha. In तीनों लोकों को सृष्टि स्थिति लय जो भगवान करते हैं यह सम्यक ईयते and our ananta gunaha. This ananta gunaha, two meanings. Bhagavan's gunas are ananta, the kalyana gunas of kindness, compassion, forgiveness, etc. Another is guna is sattva rajastamo guna. This is ananta. Therefore, that ananta sattva rajastamo guna से भगवान अनंत प्रकार ये सृष्टि स्थिति लय करते रहते हैं. हाउ? स्वलीलया. So kamayata bahusyam praja yeya, all that. Swalilaya. Na tasya chitram parapaksha nigraha. Completely eliminating the parapaksha, the enemy's sainya. Na tasya chitram. It is not at all wonderment to him. Wonderment to us also, because the Pralaya Kalame, millions of the jivas he dissolves. Now just removing those 23 akshan is not a big deal at all to him. Tathapi, even then, why did you do that extensive varnana? Because Martya Anuvidhasya, he now is in the Martya Rupa. Therefore, that type of varnana is good for the readers to develop devotion towards him. So this is how Jarasandha, Krishna, Balarama, Yuddha first time is over, in which all those Sainyas, 23 Akshavanis were killed by Krishna and Balarama. Then what happened? Jagraha Viratham Ramaha Jarasandham Mahabalam. The most powerful Mahabala, this Jarasandhako, the one who is no more even with the chariot, Jagraha captured, caught hold this Balramji name. Then Hata Anika Avashishta Asum. All the Anika Sainya, all Hata Avashishta Asu is the only one left behind with the Prana. Simhaha, Simhamiva Ojasa, like one huge lion catching the other lion. Balarama caught hold of this Jarasandha, whose entire Sainya died. He is the only one with the Prana. Okay, thereafter, Badhyamanam Hata Aratim, the one with his power earlier, used to defeat all his Aratyar Shatrus, such Jarasandha Badhyamanam, when he was caught and even taken for the final treatment, Pashair Varuna Manushaihi, so Varuna Pasha and Manushya, our human life Pasha, with all those threads or the ropes, this Jarasandha was tied, maybe taken for capital punishment and all. Varamaya Masa Govindaha. Bhagavan Krishna stopped Balrama from doing that. Then Tena Karya Chikirshaya, because he wants to get a lot of work done by this Jarasandha, and we all know the work is he'll again go back, collect same amount of Sainyam, comes back, who are the Bhubhara. Bhagavan Krishna Balarama can eliminate them like that. That was the plan. So, Samuktaha Lokanatha Bhyam, this Balarama, sorry, Jarasandha, that way released by this Lokanatha, Krishna and Balaramji, Vriditaha, very shy and insulted he was. Earlier, Veerasammataha, he was Sammata by all Veeras as greater than great Veera. Now he is totally humiliated, Vridita, with the shyness, Tapase Kruta Sankalpaha, no more living life now, can't even die also. Therefore, I'll go live everything like kingdom, क्योंकि हार गया हूँ. I'll go and do my tapasya. In this way, he was going. Then what happened? Varitaha Pati Rajabihi. All other Rajas, his friends, they all stopped him. And they spoke to him to stop a variety of the words. Vakyaihi Pavitra Arthapadaihi. With all the encouraging, inspiring words, they stopped him from with insult going into the forest for tapasya. Then Nayanaihi Prakrutairapi, with all the Naya words of this world, they spoke. Then nothing to worry, once in a while it happens. No, he says, second line, mein, Swakarma Bandha Praptaha Ayam Yadviste Parabhavaha. They say, this Parabhava in the hands of Yadavas is because of your Prarabdha. It doesn't stay all the time. And you know your power, we are there with you. Nothing is lost. This time we might have lost, but we will go back again, gather ourselves. This time the victory will be ours. With these type of words, they encouraged, they inspired him. They stopped Jarasandha from going into that tapasya. Then Hateshu Sarva Anikeshu, when all his Sainya was killed, Nrupaha, that Raja, Barhat Rathaha, Bruhad Ratha Putra, that Jarasandha, Tada, that time, Upekshitaha Bhagavata, that way, humiliated by Lord Krishna, Magadhan, Yayau, he reached to his Magadha Rajya, Durmanaha, with totally mind lost in that guilt and dukkha, everything. Then what happened? Mukundaha api, Lord Krishna, this side also, Akshata Balaha, all his bala was not kshata, not harmed at all. Totally it was protected by him. Nistirna Arivalarnamaha, having finished the Ari, the Shatru's bala, which was like an ocean, Vikiryamana Kusumaihi. Vikiryamanaha Kusumaihi Tridashaihi Anumoditaha. All the devatas from up above were enjoying, were celebrating, and they were sprinkling the flowers from up above in their gratitude, in their respect to Bhagavan Krishna. Mathuraihi Upasangamya. All the Mathuravasin also came to celebrate that victory. Vijwaraihi. Now they have no jvara, fear of this Jarasandha, because all those were eliminated. Mudita Atmabihi. Everyone were extremely happy. They were all free from fears. They had enjoyment now. They are having a Upagiyamana Vijayaha. They were all singing the glory of Krishna and his victory. Suta Magada Vandivihi. The Sutas, Magada, Vandigana, they all have come, variety of songs and Jai Jaikara. They were singing for Krishna and Balarama. Now you can picturize all the glorious scene of the celebration of success, the success meet, the success joy. So then Sutamagada Vandivihi, then Shanka Dundhuvayaha Neduhu. So everywhere the Shanka, Dundhuvi, all were being blown and played. Then Dheri Turyani Anekashaha, the other encouraging, inspiring, celebrating sound instruments of Dheri, Turya, Ninada was being done all over Mathura Nagari. Then Veena, all the Veena Vadanam was going on. Venu, which is liked by the Lord, Mridanga, which inspires in sound, Puram Praveshati Prabhav. When Lord Krishna Balarama were re-entering that Pura, these great, grand, glorious, wonderful celebrations were happening. Then Siktamargam, they have known Krishna as one. Therefore, all the paths in which they were moving, that was all decorated with all water sprinkled, nicely cleaned. Every of the alankarana is done. That celebrations like during major festivals all over the country, state-wise festivals in those states, don't you see? It is done. And if the function is at the national level, nation conducting functions, it is done in a big way. I believe I want all our Hindu festivals should be celebrated by the central government only in a governmental fashion. Sponsored by the government itself. Not that Chutti Didi aap tum bana lo ghar mein. Only 15 August to 26 January they do. It's okay. We appreciate you. But our country is not like any other small little countries without history that they only celebrate such type of small little achievements of freedoms. Our country, Bharat Mata, is glorious for the avatars of so many Bhagwan avatars and all. So they also have to be big way celebrated. Some day should come that way. So, and also any nation, when they win any sport or create something unique thing, how it's celebrated. You can all see across. And yearly festivals they to have, they celebrate. Every nation has its own. But here they have really conquered the Jarasandha's huge Sainyam. Therefore, Sikta Margam, the whole roads were very nicely watered and cleaned. Then Hrushta Janam, when Krishna and Balarama coming in Ratha, now you can see in our India this scene almost every day. When our Prime Minister of India goes to any place, so much. So entire northeast is conquered. Everything, earlier it was alienated as if separate only. Because jaate nahi, aate nahi, always. But now you see, whole North India has become more Indian than the other part, sorry, Northeast India, than the other parts. When you go, so much respect, love, they all receive. You watch it, a scene. So Sikta Margam, the roads well decorated. Then Hrushta Janam, people are so much happy for the reason of Jarasandha se Bhagavan ne Rakshana ki. But more than that, having Lord Krishna amidst them, protecting them, and being the Lord, giving that glorious darshanam. And imagine भगवान का नाम लेते हुए शरीर छोड़ने से मोक्ष होता है, तो हर दिन वो मथुरा वासिंस when they're having darshan of Bhagwan, definitely they all must be given the moksha only by Lord. So in this way, Krishnajanam Patakabhi Alankritam, everywhere the flags were hugely hoisted, Nirghushtam, Brahma Ghoshena, huge sounds of the Veda mantra, Ucharana was happening everywhere. Brahma Ghosha, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Tharvaveda, mantras of Mangalavachaka, mantras of Anugraha, mantras of the Swasti, mantras of the Vijaya Bheri, all of that the Brahmanas were chanting. Kautuka Abadha Toranam, and so many Toranas to welcome were tied everywhere. Beautiful scene it is. In this way, doing works and achieving it and celebrating it, in that way we have to come out of our bhoga saktis, as well as after the bhoga, the tiredness comes. With the tiredness, the tamoguna which we go through, live like animals. From that, we can come out only in this way when you positively do some great works for ourselves and the country or the world at large, and create that celebrating mahol. You just see those Navaratri of the Sharan Navaratri or Vasanta Navaratri, wherever they do, how active, dynamic they be. Is it not morning Utukarsa? Life should be always like that, without getting polluted by any other asaktis. It should be always spiritual, always devotional, always celebrating its Shuddha Sattva Guna. Let the whole day or whole year, all our country, if it happens or not, in our own life, we have to keep on doing, keep on celebrating. That is how the mind can be pulled out of rajas and tamas. Mind can be put in Shuddha Sattva Guna. Mind can be engaged in the divine celebrations and activities. Left to ourselves, our minds pull us to the level of the dravya outside. The more we are into the dravya, our intellect also becomes tamo guna. See what was the first, second of the second antaraya in the morning class, yoga darshanam, vyadhi, sthana, chittasya, akarmanyata, that tamoguna. So to the sharira, chittasya gurutvat, alasyam, that country or individual which is filled with alasya and tamoguna and only mogalalasa, that is a curse to that country having such people. And that person is cursing himself by that type of life. Then what is going wrong? What is to be done? Can there be more simple analysis than this? What we shared in last 3 or 4 minutes, that keep on having goals in life, mainly spiritual devotional, achieve them and celebrate that to re-inspire oneself. Again enter into it. Sometimes, if you are pravrutti swabhavika, pravrutti is your nature, then do it extensively outside. At a higher age or stage where you cannot engage in pravrutti like that, do your own nivurti, internal sadhanas. Keep the targets of chanting the mantra for lakhs of times, chanting the japa, stotras, and finishing study of the books of Upanishad, Bhagavad, Ramayana, and celebrate inside in your own way. That way, life has to be kept always spiritually active and dynamic in Sattva, not allowing ourselves to fall down to Rajas or Tamas. Imagine the Brindavana and Gokula when Krishna was there, how celebrating it was. Now the same thing here in Mathura Nagari. Let the world that way never enter into that tamas. Let the world through rajas enter into sattva guna. There is not even one jiva in whatever the yoni they are should suffer anything. Their great goal achievements. Enjoy the life. That's prayer. That should be our always attitude as well as efforts also. So sikta margam hrushta janam. So sikta margam is pani chhidakte hue. They are just celebrating. Hrushta janam, people were also with so much of harsha, ananda, utsaha. They were also sprinkling jo gulal वगैरह डालते हैं, as it is done in Mathura, Vrindavan during the Holi, during Janmashtami and all. In that way, pataka bhi alankrutam, everywhere decorated with pataka. Now in all Char Dham, it is done today because tomorrow is Akshaya Tritiya. All our Dhama are opened for us to worship and for invoking Bhagavad Kripa after 6 months on all the jivas of the whole universe. I was watching today how the चार धाम में पूरे तैयारियां हो रहे हैं धूमधाम से. Tomorrow is Akshaya Tritiya. That they are getting opened. Wonderful, I will remember always those n number of yatras done. So many yatras to Badri, Kedar, Gangotri, Yamunotri, all these Kailash Mansur, all the states, so many temples. Everything is so divine, Baba. Bharat Mata ka jai ho nirantara. So Patakabhiralankratam, then Nirgoshtam Brahma Ghoshena, let there be always Veda Mantra Ucharana, Kautukabadha Toranam. So there were variety of the Kautukabadha Toranam is in different designs. They were tying the Toranams. You know, intelligent. Now also you can see, given a chance to the youngsters with their creativity, how beautifully they manage the events, giving that great importance and highlight to the decorations. ऐसा आपको पता है आजकल के शादियां जो होते हैं, लाखों लाखों रुपया खर्चा करके वो वाला जो बनाते हैं ना शादी का मंडप का सज धजना, दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कौतुक आबद्ध तोरण. Everybody were involved in celebration. बच्चे, युवा, युवती लोग, बड़े लोग, all of them. You know, that is how the world has to be. That is how the human life has to be. We should think from now onwards, inside not only for our sadhana, but outside for entire jiva koti. Every jiva, whether human or animal, plant, bird, सब भगवत कृपा से आनंद में रहे. लाइक भगवान राम कृष्ण जब होते हैं, सारे पशु पक्षी गण कितने आनंदित होते हैं. What a beautiful varnana of that we study in all the Purana Itihasa. When the divinity is spread all over, this is what will happen. On the other hand, when the Bhautikavada is increased, with that we become the calamity to the all other Jiva Koti. They are so frightened seeing even human beings. समझ लो बात. With every of our selfishness, whatever the materialism we want, we are creating such bhoga vastus for us, in creating which so many other prani koti are getting destroyed. देखो ये सब महापाप हम कर रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे इन सबको घटाना है. By the way, so that is how Kautuka Abadha Toranam, then Nichiyamanaha Narivihi, all women folk were पिचकारियां करने वाली बात. निचीयमानः नारीभिः, देन माल्य दधि अक्षता अंकुरैः, मालाओं को फेंक रहे हैं, दहियों को फेंक रहे हैं, अक्षताओं को डाल रहे हैं और अंकुर. These are all just throwing the celebration on each other. Then nirikshamaanaha, everyone you are looking at Krishna, Balarama, they were also looking at them. How? Sasneham, with so much of sneha. Sneha is snigdhata. Snigdhata means tenderness, that melting of the heart. Preeti, with lot of love. Utkalita, with that eyes of the wonderment, eyes of the ascharya, eyes of celebration. They were lochanaihi looking at. प्रीति उत्कलित लोचनैः सस्नेम निरीक्षमाणः. सो वो लोग कृष्ण को, बलराम को, एक दूसरे को भी उस प्रेम से, आनंद से, खुशी से देखते हुए, sprinkling that all celebrating things. You know, this happens very many times. You can see Rama, Rama. When a huge achievements are achieved, whether it is the marriage at home happens of the daughter, whether it is ISRO has successfully launched this rockets into the sky, इसका उसका कोई संबंध नहीं है. Whether it a team wins the cricket match after losing so many, yesterday you saw some team losing continuously and they won. Whether it is any of the achievements of curbing this corona kaho, or any of the glorious things, how wonderfully the team which is involved in the success of that, how they celebrate. We have heard it so many times, although we're not in big way. When we conducted so many children's camps, the youth camps, the camps for the elders, the Tirtha Yatras, hundreds in numbers. I just remember all of them. When that Bhagavata Trisaptahas, Gita Trisaptahas, we have gone through. What a celebration it was at our own level, but it was so good. You know, all involved with so much of fervor and devotion, it was there. Bhagavad Saptaha jab kiye the, maja hi maja. So in this way, all the Mathuravasins looking at each other, loving each other, sprinkling the water, congratulating each other. There is a feeling of sense of fulfillment in all of them, that they were there at the time Lord Krishna Balarama was there, and each one of them also purified in their heart, because the presence of Krishna have such a pure bond with each other. This is what is Sasneham Preeti Utkalita. Then this is how the Krishna Balarama were brought from that victory place into the Mathura Nagari with this type of pomp celebration, etc. अब इसको हम तो शब्दों से पूरा नहीं कह सकते हैं because of lack of language and all. Little language Bhagavan gave to talk to you, but otherwise that poetic way of expressing to create that excitement in your hearts we don't have, but you have the heart to create that. Have a meditation session one day only to meditate on the celebration of Bhagavan's Vijaya over this Jarasandha. Earlier he has done killing of so many Rakshasas, everything was celebration. Lord's pura Jivan, it was active, dynamic, continuously contributing to the establishment of Dharma. He was going on. He was never lazy or lethargic. तो मेडिटेट करो आप अपने ही मन में. फिर क्या हुआ कि आयोधन गतम वित्तम. So all the wealth, when they came and fought the war, they were all defeated. Whatever the vitta was there, Anantam, it was endless. And Veera Bhushanam, all the Shuraveda, Sainya who came and died in the hands of Krishna Balrama, उनके सारे आभूषण. युद्ध में यही रीति नीति है. In two people's fighting, if these people finish all of them, उनका आभूषण धन वगैरह, they can select, take and go. युद्ध में होता है सब. So that all was collected. The Veerabhushanam Yadurajaya, to that Yaduraja Ugrasena, that Sarvam Ahrutam, all that which was collected, it was in big कितने कितने में रथों में वो भरकर लेके आए होंगे. प्रादिशत प्रभु, Lord Krishna offered to this Yaduraja, our Ugrasena ji. उग्रसेन जी को उनके दादाजी होते हो. Ugrasena's brother is Shurasena. Shurasena's son is Vasudeva. Vasudeva's son is Krishna. So Krishna's direct grandfather is Shurasena. Shurasena's elder brother is Ugrasena. Ugrasena is the king there. So this is how he gave all that wealth, all the abhushana, Yaduraja. Then evam, in this way. In this way, what happened? Saptadasha krutvaha. 17 times. So, Tavati Akshohini Balaha. With so much of Akshohini Bala as first time. How many? 23 Akshohini Bala. Yuyudhe Magadaha Raja. This Magad ke Raja came and fought with Krishna. स्पष्ट रूप से यहाँ लिखा है. So every time गिन गिन के 23 अक्षोहिणी सैन्य सारे कलेक्ट करके he comes to fight with the Mathura Vasins, Krishna and Balarama. Then Yudhate Magadha Raja Yaduvihi Krishna Palitaihi. With that Krishna with the Yadava say he used to come every time to fight. Then Akshinvantat Balam Sarvam. Entire Bala every time was being finished by Vishnaya, Krishna Tejasa. The Vrishnikula people, Varshnaya कहते हैं कृष्ण को ना, Krishna Tejasa, by the power gained from the Krishna Tejasa, every time those Sainya used to come, all of them were finished. Not only Krishna, but all the other Vrishnikula वाले वो भी लड़कर उनको finish करते रहते थे. Then Hateshu Sveshu Anikeshu. Every time when all his army gets finished, Tyaktaha Ayat Aribhi Nupaha. So this Jarasandha was every time not killed, he was allowed to go, but the Sainya was finished. So how many times over? 17 बार हो गया. But now the 18th time comes Ashtadashava Sangrame Agamini Tadantara. So in the 18th time, the war had to come again. This time something different happens. Okay, what happens? Should we do it today? What's the time we have? Okay. So, Ashtadashama Sangrame. Say 18th time, then the Jarasandha is expected to come. Ashtadashama Sangrame Agamini. When the 18th time war came, Tadantara, in between, what happened? Before the 18th time Jarasandha attacked, Narada Preshitaha. instigated by Narada, Veeraha Yavanaha Pratyadrishyata. One Bhayankara Raja, his name was Yavanaha. Kala Yavan कहते हैं उसको. Pratyadrishyata. He came. He was instigated by Naradji by telling him all. This Yavana was not a small one. Rurodha Mathura Metya. He came and attacked Mathura Nagari. This Mlechon ke Raja Kala Yavan. Mlech matlab non-Hindus, all of them only. So, Rurodha Mathura Metya Tisrubhir Mlecha Kotivihi. Means 3 crore लोगों को ले आए. अब देखो, Jarasandha was bringing only 23 Akshavini, पूरा मिला के गदा भैंस, it was around 30-40 lakhs. अब this fellow attacked with 3 crore लोग. Tisrubhir Kotivihi, Mlecha Kotivihi. The Mlecha are those who don't fall in Brahmana, Kshetriya, Vaishya, Shudra, even Chandala bhi nahi. The 6th category, totally who are absolutely raw and all, non-followers of Sanatana Vaidika Samskruti. So they attacked. Druloke cha apratidvandvaha. In the whole Bhuloka, this Kalayavana at that time was invincible to anyone. Vrushnina Shrutva Atma Samhitan. So this is what you can imagine. कि नारद जी जाकर क्या कहा होगा वो कालयवन से, यार तुम इतने पावरफुल हो, तुमको जीतने वाले तीनों लोगों को हो ही नहीं सकते. बट मेरे ख्याल में एक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल आर देयर, दे आर इन मथुरा नगरी, द वृष्टिकुल यादव. सो आई थिंक दे कैन गिव यू द प्रॉपर प्रतिद्वंद्वित्व. सो ट्राई एंड फाइट विथ देम. सो दिस वे नारद जी ने, because Bhagavan Krishna's avatara is to finish all the bhubharam. So these Yavana with these Sainya also are dushta. तो उनको भी फिनिश करना है. तो भगवान यूज नारद जी इंस्टिगेटेड काल यवना. ही केम विथ 3 crore ऑफ देम लेच्छास एंड ही इज अ वेरी पावरफुल इन द अर्थ. नुलोके च अप्रतिद्वन्द्वः वृष्टिं श्रुत्वा आत्मसंहितान्. हैविंग हर्ड दैट द वृष्टिकुल यादवास आर इक्वल इन पावर टू हिम, समान शक्ति वाले युद्ध करना. सो तम दृष्ट्वा, having seen that this Kalayavana has come to fight, achintayat Krishna संकर्षण सहायवान. along with Balrama बैठकर वो सोचने डिस्कस करने लगे. अहो अयो यदूनाम रुजिनम प्राप्तम ही उभयतः महान. To our Yadavas, the big problem, रुजिनम means difficulty, has come, danger has come from both sides. So उभयतः महात. नहीं कि whenever I read this ना, मेरे को यही लगता है इस तरफ यूजलेस चाइना, इस म्लेच्छ लोग हैं, और इस तरफ दी पाकिस्तान, द जरासंध का सैन्य. एग्जैक्टली उनका 23 अक्षौणी है. है ना, 22 करोड़ जो भी है उनका. एंड दिस फेलो 3 करोड़ 1.4 करोड़, 142 crores. Anyway, so from both sides they are attacking. Very difficult it is now. So Yavana aham. This Yavana is very powerful. Nirunde asman adya. तावत महाबलः इज सो पावरफुल कि हमारा इनसे लड़ने में ही बहुत टाइम लगेगा. मागधः अपि, दैट मगध राजा आल्सो अपि, उसको तो आदत हो गया हर बार आके पिटाई करवा के जाना. मागधः अपि अद्य वा श्वो वा परश्वो वा आगमिष्यति. he may come today, tomorrow or day after. He also can come, will come. Then avayoho yuddhatoh asya. When we both are fighting with this Kalayavana and his 3 crore sainya, yadi aganta jarasutah, if the Jarasandha also attacks at the very same time, then Bandhun vadishyati, then he will finish all our bandhus in this Mathurapuri, athava neshyate swapuram, or he will take us into, or these people into his own Magadha Raja kidnapping. Swapuram bali tasmat. Therefore, what to do then? Adya vidhasyamaha durgam dvipada durgamam. So we will make a huge rajyam, nagaram only, where even huge elephants also cannot enter. Tatra jnatin samadhaya yavanam ghatayamahe. They are having transferred all our bandhu mitra. We will fight and finish this Kalayavana as well as Jarasandha. So this is how Bhagavan Krishna's, Balrama's plan to make a huge nagari, not approachable to any shatrus, for safety. And that nagari is called as Bolo Dwaraka Nagari ki Jai, the Saptama Mukti Dhama. Prathama Mukti Dhama Ayodhya, Saptama is Dwaraka in that shloka. Ayodhya Mathura Maya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwaravati Chaiva Puri Dwaravati Chaiva Dwaravati Chaiva Saptaite Mokshadaikaha. So Dwaravati is Dwaraka Nagari. And the glory, beauty of the Dwaraka Nagaram. Tomorrow is Akshaya Tritiya, so we will open it tomorrow. Is it not? कल के दिन हम इसका वर्णन जो 8-10 श्लोकों में है वो देख कर then we will see how Bhagavan goes out all alone as if to fight with this Kalevana. Then what happens? Bhagavan will not be caught by him nor fights. He goes on running. Kalevana chases. Then they enter into that gufa where that Raja Muchukunda is sleeping. Then the moment he opens the eyes, he looks at Kalevan, वो एक सेकंड में भस्म हो जाता है. So मुचुकुंद प्रसादकाय नमः. That story we will see tomorrow. सर्वं कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम. श्री भागवत शरणं मम. श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम. श्री सूत शरणं मम. श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम. श्री व्यासा शरणं मम. श्री नारद शरणं मम. श्री कुमार शरणं मम. श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम. श्री विष्णु शरणं मम. श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम. श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम. शरणं मम. शरणं मम. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं. स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः. अतपिबन्धु सद्भाग्याः मामामुञ्चदकर्हिषितो. श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणतिलकं यद्वैष्णवानां धनं यस्मिन् पारमहंस्यमेवममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते. यत्र ज्ञानविरागभक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं तच्छृण्वन् प्रपठन् विचारणपरः भक्त्या विमुच्येन्नरः. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं द्वादश स्कंदः. आभासश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसेयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते. अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. श्री शुक उवाच. Last few shlokas of this chapter which we were studying more than 15-20 days. We will conclude in that how to what was asked by him about the Chaturvida Pralaya. So Shukadev ji went on explaining. More important was the Atyantika Pralaya, where you and I, the Jiva, by discovering our own oneness with the reality, dissolve all the Maya or Dvaita or the Jagat which was taken as Satya so far, and we were lost in samsara. That was a very, very beautiful description in few shlokas only. Shukadev ji gave, we tried our best to understand. So many examples, so many explanations, so much was given. Okay, now let us chant from 38वां श्लोक से पढ़ेंगे 43 तक. So these 6 shlokas, let's start. ओम श्री शुक उवाच. नित्यो नैमित्तिकश्चैव तथा प्राकृतिको लयः आत्यन्तिकश्च कथितः कालस्य गतिरीदृशी. एताः कुरु श्रेष्ठ जगद्विधातुः नारायणस्याखिल सत्त्वधाम्नः. लीलाकथाः ते कथिताः समासतः कार्त्स्न्येन नाजोऽपि अभिधातुमीशः. संसार सिन्धुमति दुस्तरमुत्तितीर्षोः नान्यः प्लवो भगवतः पुरुषोत्तमस्य. लीलाकथारसनिषेवणमन्तरेण पुंसो भवेत् विविधदुःखदवार्धितस्य पुराणसंहिताम् एताम् ऋषिर्नारायणो व्ययः नारदाय पुरा प्राह कृष्णद्वैपायनाय सह स वै मह्यं महाराज भगवान् बादरायणः इमां भागवतीं प्रीतः संहितां वेद संहिताम् एतां वक्ष्यति असौ सूतः ऋषिभ्यो नैमिषालये दीर्घसत्रे कुरु श्रेष्ठ सम्पृष्टः शौनकादिभिः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे चतुर्विध प्रलय निरूपणः नाम चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। सो नित्य नैमित्तिक प्राकृतिक देन आत्यंतिक प्रलयः, दिस इज हाउ कालस्य गतिः ईदृशी. So in the kala, in the effect of the kala, under the influence of the kala, this is how the srushtis happen and pralayas also happen. Srushti was taught earlier in other skandhas, so here the pralayas were told. So the naimittika pralaya, when Brahmadevaji goes for sleep one night. Then the second one, prakruta pralaya, when Brahmadevaji's tenure is over, then all these seven prakritis laya ho jate hai mula prakriti mein. Then the atyantika pralaya, as we saw, when the jiva discovers his oneness with the Parabrahma. Then the nitya pralaya is what? At the individual level, with the kala prabhava, every jiva from Brahmadeva up to Pipilika continuously are getting changed from earlier position to the next, every milli micro moment. That's how the birth and death is nirantara happening at the micro level. So too at the macro level, not seen by us, aneka brahmandas also are being created, being dissolved also. At the macro level also. And all of them, to our small little intellects or minds, are not traceable or seen. Else we get frightened and we get surprised and we all will be lost in our sight or the vision. देखो भगवान इन चीजों को हमको ज्यादा देखने नहीं देते हैं. बस keep on doing your work. So in that nitya pralaya at the micro level and macro level, है ना, कितने बाल सर के गिर रहे हैं हर दिन, है कि नहीं? प्रलय बोलते हैं. स्वामी जी सृष्टि का भी बात कहो, वो नहीं कहूंगा, अगले जन्म में. How many नाखून growing, as we saw, how many of the inside the whole body level में ही कितने हर क्षण चेंज हो रहा है. अब every जीव, you have your own dog in your house, उसका भी हर क्षण कितना शरीर बदल रहा है, बहुत सारे मर रहे हैं, जन्म ले रहे हैं. Everything, the plants also you take. So too, the whole cosmos, every one of them is nirantara pralay ho hi ja raha hai uska. He said, what is that? Kala sroto jivenashu riyamanasya nityada parinaminam avastataha janma pralaya hetavaha. So in the kala, this is all happening. So kalasya gati idrishi. So this is how the Lord in the expression of kala. काल के रूप में भगवान ही होते हैं, याद रखना. देश के रूप में भी भगवान के ही माया देश के रूप में एक्सप्रेस करती है भगवान को ही. Now the kala में all these सृष्टि प्रलयास are there, but when one transcends the kala, when he goes beyond the time, there is neither srishti nor sthiti nor pralaya. One homogeneous, infinite, conscious, blissful existence called as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Eternally it is there. So ये सारे काल के नीचे होते हैं सृष्टि स्थिति लय. काल के परे जाओ तो none of these things are there. कालातीत ब्रह्म में ये सारा कुछ सृष्टि स्थिति लय नहीं है. Now these are all mind blowing, intellect blowing statements and knowledges, but they are so because we have never heard about them. Frequently when we listen, then we start accepting all these higher truths which are operating this whole universe or cosmos. So at the transcendental level, Bhagavan is own immaculate, one without second form, just alone is there. It's like below the surface of the ocean, the unborn, undying, changeless, birthless, deathless, homogeneous water. But only on the surface, continuously the waves, the tides, bigger waves, how many are coming and going? Everywhere. So to that, winds, at the earth level, atmosphere level, कितना हवा हर क्षण एक एक जगह दुनिया में अपना शक्ति दिखाता ही जाता है. But go beyond the atmospheric level, ऊपर, not even in iota of the that also is there. Even the air is not there. हवा. Go beyond. तो everything is like that in the world. Go beyond. In that काला परमात्मा के अलावा और कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. हो गया. Now Shukdev ji concluding in next 5 shloka. Very very important, very very powerful discussions. 1. Etaha. These are हे कुरुश्रेष्ठ. O कुरुश्रेष्ठ परीक्षित जी, जगत विधातु नारायणस्य अखिल सत्वधाम्नः. The Lord who is Jagat Vidhata. Vidhata means creator, maintainer, dissolver, and protector. Narayanasya of Narayana, Akhila Sattva Dhamnaha, who has got the Shuddha Sattva Guna as his source of existence and source of all his Leelas. Leela Kata Te Katitaha. So far from last 12 skandhas, 18,000 shlokas in 334 chapters, what we gave you is Samasataha, not Vyasa Paddhati. Samasataha, in short, लीला कथा कथिता. भगवान के लीला कथाएं आपको बताए गए. हुज लीला कथा स जगत विधाता नारायण अखिल सत्वधाम्नः लीला कथा. That Narayana who is giver of everything to Jagat, that Narayana who is Akhila Sattva Dhamnaha. Sattva means Shakti. The one who is the owner of all the Sattva means Shaktis or the Maya, of him the Leela Katha. So right from the first Skandha, if we go back to refer all of them, how many beautiful stories were told. Second Skandha, third, fourth, in every of Skandha, Bhagavan's avatars, bhaktas, charitra of the bhakta, how they have worshipped the Lord, how the Lord came and protected them, saved them. है कि नहीं? Fourth, fifth skandha, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and the 10th, the biggest one we are repeating to study in the 11th one. The entire Jnana Prakaranam given by Krishna to Uddhavaji and all of that, and those hundreds of stories are Bhagavan ke Leela Kathaye. Bhagavan's avatars and avatara sambandhi kathas we have told you samasataha. परीक्षित जी को सुखदेव जी कंक्लूडिंगली कह रहे हैं. देन कार्त्स्नेन न अजह अपि अभिधातुम ईशः. तो वी टोल्ड यू समासतः. कार्त्स्नेन मीन्स कृत्स्नेन मीन्स कंप्लीटली, infinitely. न अजह अपि, even Brahmadeva also अभिधातुम ईशः. Even Brahmadeva also is not samartha, capable of explaining in the entirety the Leela Katha Bhagavana. Brahmadeva also cannot say completely all Leela Katha Bhagavan. Therefore, we have given you Samasataha. In short. Okay, now there comes the next very powerful, important shloka. What is that? I'll start from the last line. Vivida dukkha davarditasya pumsaha. Pumsaha means for you and me, human beings, who are Vivida dukkha dava arditasya. Those who are getting the dukkha burning because of the davanala. So Vivida dukkha dava. So dukkha रूपी अग्नि से जलने वाले, विविध दुख रूपी अग्नि से जलने वाले, दुख रूपी अग्नि से जलने वाले हम जैसे पुरुषों के लिए. So vividha dukkha dava arditasya. Like, whenever we are miserable, it is like fire only burns our mind, burns our heart. So those who are scorched by the fire of miseries, variety fires of miseries. So vividha dukkha dava arditasya pumsaha. For such people who are tortured or scorched by the variety of dukkha which attack like the fire, for them, and to come out of that dukkha, called as samsara sindhum ati tustaram utti tirshoho. That samsara sagara crossing which is impossible, and the one who wants to cross it. सो संसार सिंधु जो पार करना असंभव है, मुश्किल है, उसको पार करने वाले, सो टू दोज आर टॉर्चर्ड और स्कॉर्च्ड बाय द फायर ऑफ दुखस कंटिन्यूअसली, फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम there is no anyah plavaha, there is no other boat to cross across that ocean of samsara. There is no other boat. Then what is the only boat? Bhagavatah Purushottamasya Leela Katha Rasa Nishevanam Antarena. Antarena means other than Bhagavatah Purushottamasya, of the Lord who is Purushottama, Leela Katha Rasa Nishevanam, listening to the Leela Kathas continuously of Bhagavan Krishna. There is no other way for a person who is tortured by the many dukkha davagni and who is suffering in the samsara sagara, which cannot be crossed by himself, but he wants to cross. So हम सब के लिए बता रहे. Now this is how important shloka, in how many ways or examples, logics, proofs this shloka has to be explained. एक ही श्लोक को हम 10 दिन पढ़ा सकते हैं. Taking all variety of samsara sindhus we are fallen in, and seeing or enumerating vigida dukkha davanala we are tortured. Then how Bhagavan's Leelas Kathas can save us by giving examples again of the entire Bhagavad Purana. And try to catch the essence of this shloka. Therefore, any amount of dukkhas we have, trouble from any reason they come, naturally, consequentially, if you want to tell, if you want to listen, it's all Vedantic Vishayas only. How dukkha is nothing but the final effect. Effect is cannot be without cause. Cause, effect rupi dukkha, phala rupi dukkha ka karan is our own papam. Papa we do because of our terrible desires and egos. Egos and desires are there in us because of our identity with the upadhis. Upadhi tadatma we have because we are ahankari. We have ahankara because we are in delusion. Delusion is there in us because we are ignorant. We are ignorant because we are not blessed by the God. We are not blessed by the God because we are not becoming devotee of the God. We are never becoming devotee of God because we are not knowing the glory of Lord. We are not knowing the glory of God because we are not listening the God's glory either through Bhagavatadi Katha, Bhakti Marga, or the Upanishads Vedanta Marga. Understood the sequence? Unambiguous, crystal clear. Now उसी को reverse करो. When our hearts are filled with deep devotion to the Lord, one side pure Brahma Jnana, other side. Where is the Ajnanam? When there is no ignorance. So, where is the Moha? When there is no Moha delusion, where will from this Ahankara will come? When there is no Ahankara, where will be Tadatma with the Upadhis? When there is no Tadatma with the Upadhi, why will there be desires? When there are no desires, why there will be sinful life? When the sins are not done, the cause, how can the effect of them called as dukkha will come in our life? You understood? So, Vividha Dukkha Davarditasya Samsara Sindhum Atidustaram Uttitirshoho Bhagavata Purushottamasya Leela Katha Rasa Nishevanam Na Anyaha Plavaha Bhavetu. There is no other boat to cross this samsara for anyone, everyone. That is why Lord has blessed us to listen to this Bhagavata from last 3 years, and little bit bhakti has come in us, and no more too much of desire, samsara we are entertaining. This study of Shastras, if it intensifies our devotional practices to Him, our meditational practices to realize even whatever little bit upadhi tadatmya we have, even that also will be able to transcend. When upadhi tadatmya goes away, I'm no more a jiva bound into this world as a samsarin. I'll be crossing entire this gamut. And it is all in my hands. The solution is very much in front of me. It is I will have to accept that solution and apply. देखो भगवतः लीला कथा रस निषेवणम अंतरेण न अन्यः प्लवः भवेतु पुंसः विविध दुःख दवार्तितस्य संसार सिंधुम अतिदुस्तरम उत्तितीर्षोः. So, samsara sindhu, the ocean of samsara, ati dustaram, which is impossible to cross because this samsara is so big, samudra is so big, but utti tirsoho, we want to cross because how long we suffer in this world of bodily pains, mental agonies, then prana shaktis are not there, desire, diseases are there, humiliations, insults, and the desires, they are never fulfilled. अरे बाबा क्या दिमाग खराब है हर दिन हर क्षण विविध दुःखदवार्दितस्य. So therefore, because we are concluding Bhagavatam, don't just stop it. You restart at your own home. और we will take another पुराणम विष्णु पुराणम और शिव पुराणम. विष्णु का भागवत तो हो गया एक दो बार, तो मे बी शिव पुराण if I can get a book original I want, not only stories. I want to chant the main mantras and then do. If anybody knows that book is there, you just tell me, even send to me through some online thing. हम उसको स्टार्ट करेंगे. एक बार ये होने के बाद अब खत्म नहीं हुआ, अभी एक दो महीने लगेंगे, because we have to do the remaining 7 chapters, 8 chapters followed by our Mahatmya also. But now a thing has come in our life as a consolation and as a support. You go on listening to Bhagavata Katha. In that what happens? Bhagwan's Astitva, Bhagwan's Shakti Samarthya, Bhagwan's Krupa Karuna, Bhagwan's Rakshana of all of us that we start realizing. Then we get a support, we get an idea. Let me become Bhagavan's, like a person is suffering with so much of hunger, no money at all. Suddenly somebody came and told, hey, why are you suffering? Why? Because no food to eat and all. Arey, padosi gaon mein, ek that one Mahatma is there or somebody, in Bhuswam or anyone, he gives food to everyone every day. Why are you suffering with hunger? Go and ask him. Is it? Yeah. Then he goes there and gets the food and freed from hunger. Till that time he was suffering. So too we are all suffering the pangs of samsara, that we didn't know that there is somebody called Lord Krishna. When we go to him with devotion, he will take care of us. He will make us cross all the dukkha. He will make us cross all the samsara sagara created out of ignorance. So कथाएं सुनते सुनते भगवान है, शक्तिशाली है, सर्वव्यापक है, कृपा करुणा मन पुस रखते हैं. When we have our upasana prayers done to him, he will come to our rescue. That will be there. So iske baad none of us should suffer for anything in life. For one thing we can suffer, that we are not sufficiently doing our sadhana. And why that suffering also? Do it. What we can't do everything. We cannot do when looking at others what they do. But whatever we can do, if that we have done, with that Bhagavan is satisfied. एक ही पैरामीटर है, वी शेयर इट few months back. If you are satisfied honestly in your sadhana, the Lord is satisfied. Like if I am satisfied in my work, the Lord is satisfied. And I am not satisfied because many hours still can be spent for Bhagavad Katha and sadhana. I am wasting some hours. And more deeply also, I can and I must do. All those capacities are there, but not doing. Even 1-2% also I am not doing. So I am not satisfied that way. Then increase. But otherwise, no problem, no misery of the world, because we have now faith in Bhagavan. When we are at his feet, when we are catching hold of him, he is going to sort out all our problems and issues. That part of dukkha is no more there. मेरो तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरों न कोई, वो तो आ गया हमको. बट गिरधर गोपाल से पूरा रक्षण पाने के लिए हमारे तरफ से जो 100% साधना करना है, उसके प्रति हमको प्रयत्नशील होना चाहिए. You can do a lot. Our times, our minds are just wasted in so many unwanted things, not counting that every day is passing away in our life in small little things of the world, which we make it so big as if that alone is the life, and we justify it with various reasons because unfortunately we are intelligent. This is so exhaustively studied today and tomorrow or extensively by the Telugu people in our Mundaka Upanishad class. अविद्यायावन्तरे वर्तमानाः स्वयं धीराः पंडितं मन्यमानाः जङ्घन्यमानाः पर्यन्ति मूढाः अंधेनैव नियमाना यथा अंधाः. Today we saw that. With Bhashya, we are going to see tomorrow. So to avidyayam bahuda vartamanaha vayam krutartaha. Anything we do according to our liking, we do it and we say, yeah, my life is fulfilled. Are Maharaj, how can the life be fulfilled unless we discover Bhagavan? But the lower minded people, supported by the lower intellect, they conclude that that's what is the greatest achievement to me. That is what called as vayam krutartaha iti abhimanyanti. उनको तो श्रुति माता कहती है बालाहा, दे आर बच्चा लोग ओनली. वयं कृतार्थाः इत्यभिमन्यन्ति बालाः. तेन आतुराः, then ragat tena atura kshina chavante. They only keep on falling down only. Yat karmino na pravedayanti ragat tena aturaha kshina chavante. Then again he talks ishtapurtam manyamana varishtam nanyat shreyah vedayante pramudha. ये मूढ़ों में मूढ़ है कि इष्टापूर्त में फंसे रहकर ये आध्यात्मिक श्रेयस नामक चीज है करके मानते भी नहीं. They don't even agree, accept to the presence of the greater श्रेयस. नान्यत श्रेयो वेदयन्ते प्रमूढ़ाः. इष्टापूर्तमन्यमाना वरिष्ठं नान्यत श्रेयो वेदयन्ते प्रमूढ़. Then नाकस्य पृष्ठे ते सुकृतेन भूत्वा इमं लोकं हीनतरं वा विशन्ति. They will again come back to same wretched Bhuloka with useless body and useless family around and all, or even the Hina Shariras of Pashu Bhakshi Adi. Bhagavan is going to very strongly talk tomorrow the Angirasaraji to Shaunaka Rishi in that Upanishad. Same for us also here. We get lost if we don't, through Bhagavatadi, get support of the Lord to come out of our self-created miseries and also to reach to His abode, which is a bliss infinite. Okay, in that entire humanity, whatever small little things they have around in the form of relatives or the friends or the money, because of which they are happy, all of them are given by the God only. If the God given things give this much happiness, how much God Himself will give us happiness? Think about it. Then should we not go to Him and reach Him in our regular devotion and all? Not accepting it is called delusion. Remember, Bhagavan gives all sukha in the world only to say that even though when you have not worshipped me, reached me, I am giving you this much. If you really come to me, how much I will give you to prove. Not understanding it because not ready to listen, we get caught up in this snare of Maya and get lost. Okay, think coolly, think in your own leisure time. And what to do? Don't give up everything abruptly and do sadhana. You can't do 2 minutes might be nahi sakte ho, But start giving time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and always look out for more opportunities and more application of ourselves for the Lord. That much interest we have, that much sincerity we have in our efforts, the Lord will see to it that He gives more and more opportunities. It is His job thereafter. When He sees us, we are interested in the world, He will push us into the world and it's no end. Samsara Sindhum Ati Dustaram it is. And in the world, with Dehadi Tadatma, with the people around, Raga Dvesha, all types of nonsense actions we do by the body, speech, and the mind, then as a result of all that Papa, Vivida Dukkha Davardi Tasya, we only suffer the fiery attack of all the Dukkhas. Do you want to go through that? Bhagavan, we are asking that only in the world, Lord. We are not asking devotion at His feet. We are asking for these things. He says, Jao fir suffer. We have to realize it and then say to Bhagavan, enough of all this drama. Bhagavan, let me have the devotion like Mirabai at your feet, devotion like Hanumanji, devotion like Prahlado. May I reach in devotion to you. ऐसा मैं प्रार्थना करने से he will also check us once, twice, thrice. Then if he is satisfied that we are genuine in our prayers, then he starts giving that heart, those opportunities, etc. We have to encash those opportunities. Like you are encashing these opportunities of morning and evening classes, and slowly purifying the heart from the worldliness and filling it with the divine pursuits. Continue करते जाएंगे हम, आप और हम, धीरे धीरे, relentlessly, when we do it, with our own choice, with our own effort, to the extent that's possible, we can see the sea of change happening in our life. One by one, layers of ignorance, delusions, attachments, misunderstandings are replaced by the beautiful gems of knowledge or wisdom or right understandings, and required detachments, required love and devotion. ये सारे चीज़ें एक एक हमारे अंदर में भरते जाएंगे. Like when you get good amount of wealth through कौन बनेगा पति करोड़, या through lottery or selling something, what do we do? घर में जो भी सामान फटे पुराने हैं सब फेंक कर नया खरीदते कि नहीं? किचन रीसेट, ऑल द ओल्ड डिब्बे निकाल के स्टील वाले सब नए लाए हैं. द क्लोथ्स रीसेट, ओल्ड क्लोथ्स थ्रोन अवे, न्यू ब्रॉट. जूते चप्पल सब फेंक दिया, नया ले आए. फर्नीचर फूटा फटा पुराना, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ मनी यू गॉट, थ्रो इट अवे and get the new ones. In the same way, we got the lottery of a opportunity of listening to Bhagavan's kathas morning and evening. Then that lottery we have to encash by removing all the old habits of our life, replacing them with the new positive schedules. Throughout the day, engage in namasparana, japa, kirtana, and try to see how much the mind is dedicated at the feet of the Lord. Then tattva shravana, tattva chintana karte rehna. Keep on doing it. As much as possible, listen to satsanga. Otherwise, what happens? The mind says that you know anything, anyway, everywhere. So you are doing, what is the need of going? That ego. जानते हैं आप कर कर क्लास में नहीं आने देता, देन वो हमको दुनिया में फंसा देता है. Therefore, as much as possible, don't miss satsang. And satsanga also on Tattva Shastra and like this Bhakti Shastra. Any speaker. If you don't like this, never mind. Something is suitable to you somewhere, go. But listen only Tattva Shastra. Don't listen to entertainment Shastra. Tattva Shastra, टाइम वेस्ट मत करना उसके लिए, वो छोटे दूसरे लोगों के लिए. तत्व शास्त्र सुनते रहना. Don't leave it. Then apart from that, whenever that opportunity for any reason has not come, long for it. Oh Lord, by my choice only I got lost in the world. Now I am changing my choice. Now I want to reach in devotion to your feet only. There is no joy, bliss than your feet. मेरे को आपके यहाँ आना चाहिए. ऐसे संकल्प करते हुए, with all the times that are available at your disposal, whatever smaller than small sadhana of भगवान नाम संकीर्तना से लेकर bigger than the big sadhana of meditation, we can do at our convenience. This is how, when the Lord and Gurus are already helping us, we have to help ourselves by taking their help and grow spiritually. And any other gain other than spiritual will have to be left here, and we have to go without it. Is it not? Nothing will be there. Like whatever my father, mother have done to me. If I have some akal, I recognize it and do some prayers to them. It's okay. But what they took from this world is what sadhana they have done only. Therefore, if they are lost in their attachment to Asu, with that mind they left the body, those jivas will suffer only. Instead of that, while doing this responsibility, as my parents have done, they also are involved in their own sadhanas. That alone takes them to the higher. Because in every life I am there, not their child. They are not my parents. It is only for this life. Some people with Shraddha, they remember parents. बाकी लोग तो पेरेंट्स मर गए 5-10 दिन में उनको भूल भी जाते. Many people जिंदा हैं तो भी उनको केयर नहीं करते. Put them in the old age homes. This is the way the world is. From that you learn. That is why sannihite kale samprapte dukrum karne nahi rakshati. Nowadays I am enjoying talking bhajagovindam to our children. Today I told about yavat vittoparjana saktaha. तावन् निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चात् जीवति जर्जर देहे वार्तां कोपि न पृच्छति गेहे. As long as you earn and fulfill their demands, they ask you चाय पियेंगे, काफी पियेंगे and all. एक बार रिटायर हो गए, देना बंद हो गया, they will not even ask you जिंदा हो कि नहीं. वार्तां न पृच्छति. That will come to everyone, even a Swami. When he is active, dynamic, all devotees around. और जब बूढ़े हो जाते हैं, एक आध लोग सर्व करने को रहते होंगे, I don't know what he cares only. सबका ऐसे हाल. Unless few Mahatmas, they are all different. कारक पुरुषास दे आर, वो तो 0.01% ही होते हैं. बाकी साधु संत जो आश्रमों में, हजारों आश्रमों में, लाखों संख्याओं में है, who is caring them? You know 5-10 of the people who are seen on TV every day, but they are not the only sadhakas or sadhus. There are millions in India. They also become old. Nobody is there to care them. You can make a such samstha, old sadhu sannyasi caretaking samstha. Start करो, give them, you know, fulfillment. Big संस्था में जो है चल रहा है एक आध. इन संस्थाओं में भी everybody is not cared or taken care. You can with your resources start that one. Old sadhu sannyasi taking care. Why ऐसे कुछ? There are all plenty of them already existing. You can go and serve them. By the way, as a thought came, we share it with you. Now, the point is about finally, if you want to get rid of all the dukkha davanala, if you want to get rid of the dustara, samsara sagara, then there is no other boat than every day listening to Bhagwan Leela Katha, Bhakti Marg mein, Bhagwan's Leela in the Jnana Marg. तो निर्गुण तत्व ज्ञानम, सगुण ईश्वर ज्ञानम, भक्ति दोनों सुनते जावे, then the heart will be filled one side with devotion. In that, Lord will take care of yoga kshemadi. Other side, when the jnanam goes on growing, I'll come out of all my upaditadatmya, my jiva bhava. Slowly I come nearer and nearer to discover the conscious infinite self in me that gives me moksha. Morning class, we are how beautifully studying now the Pravesha Struti of Brahma Tattva, how he is entered into the world. What a mind blowing discussion going on. And before that, each of the kosha study and how we are not that, the discussion going on. Excellent, our morning classes. And Mundaka Upanishad, how nicely already the Akshar Parabrahma Nirdesh kiya humko, and then Aparavidya batakar, now the Paravidya will be told from the second Mundaka. Okay, then this in this way, other than Bhagwan's Leela Kathas, through all these Puranas, there is no boat to cross the samsara. Having said so, now Bhagavan Shuka Devji telling to Parikshit ji in the last 3 shlokas. What is he saying? Purana Samhitam Etam. This Purana Samhita, Purana means Pura api Nava. It is eternal past, but then still it is always afresh. Because whenever you study, we are transported into the kala when that leela happened. If the speaker and the listener both are tuned, even if the speaker is not there, you yourself with concentration studying the Purana, you will go to that time of Bhagavan Krishna and Rama. That is why Purana kehte isko. And Purana Samhita. Okay, the Vedas called as Veda Samhita. Then there are Shruti Samhita, Smruti Samhita. This called as Veda Purana Samhita. Samhita means Samyak Hita. Purana stories which are for the best hita of all of us. That's why they are called Samhita. Purana Samhitam Etam. Of this Purana Samhita called as Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuranam, Rushir Narayana Avyayaha. That immutable, eternal Narayana Rishi alone, Naradaya Pura Praha, gave it to Sri Naradji. नारद जी को ब्रह्मदेव से भी मिला, बट हियर इन द परंपरा नारद जी को डायरेक्ट नारायण देव ने दिया है. ये भागवत पुराण. then that Narada spoke to Krishna Dvaipayanaya. Saha Krishna Dvaipayanaya Praha. So then Narad ji gave it to this Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. So they say Badarayana Vyasa is different from Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. I never enter into all that. For me, the Lord expressing as Vyasa, he has done all this Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, Rachana, Samvibhajana, and Samsthapana. So we respect, we revere, we every moment pray to Bhagavan Veda Vyasa ji. So Bhagavan Narayana gave this Purana Samhita called Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam to Sri Narad ji. Sri Narad ji gave it to Sri Veda Vyasa Bhagavan Krishna Dvaipayana. That we know when Narad ji, Vyasa ji was in that Badrinath mein Vyasa Gufa mein बैठ के, not satisfied even after writing all 17 Puranas and writing Brahma Sutras and also dividing the Vedas and also doing that Mahabharata Rachana. Then Sri Naraji appeared to him and he told, कि as much you described other things of Jnana Vityadi, so much completely you have not described Bhagavan's Leelas. Even though after writing 17 Purana. Then what to do? That time Naraji in short, in 15-20 slokas we saw, gives Bhagavan's Leela. Basing on that, Sri Vyasa Bhagavan has written all these Bhagavata Leelas and Kathas and all. So, this was taught to Vyasa Bhagavan by Sri Naraji. Then Savai, that Bhagavan Vyasa, who is my own father, is Shukadevji's father, he sahavai Mahyam to me. ये महाराजा वो परीक्षित भगवान बादरायण दैट बादरायण देखो कृष्ण द्वैपायन दोनों आगे साथ साथ में देखो कृष्ण द्वैपायन ओनली इज बादरायण ओनली इज कृष्ण द्वैपायन हमको यहाँ अथॉरिटी मिल गया सो सवै मह्यम to me. Mahyam means to me. Sahavai means that Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa, Badrayana Vyasa, Maharaja Bhagwan, Imam Bhagavatim, this Bhagavata, Pritaha, with all his love, Samhitam, Veda Samhitam. This is a Samhita, means when anybody studies it, it gives only Hita to him, and Veda Samhita means what? Fully agreed by all the Vedas. Entire Veda Jnanam is spread out through Bhagavata Kathas. That is why Purana Itihasa Abhyam Vedaha Upabrahmitam, a sentence comes. Through Purana Itihasa, Vedas are fully understood or studied. So Veda Vedantu को आपने समझ ली और उसको पूरा परफेक्ट करने के लिए one Purana, one Itihasa, either Ramayana, Bhagavatam, Mahabharatam, we have to study. So this Veda Samhita, with all his love for me, it is given to me, Imam Bhagavatim. See, Bhagavati means भगवत कथा संबंधी भगवान को प्राप्त कराने वाली इस भागवत को that Badarayana has given me. I am telling you now. Now, etam vakshati asau sutaha. I think Sutaji is seated there. This same story, this Suta will speak after 30-40 years. Where Rushibhyaha to Shaunakadi Rishis, where Naimishalaye, in the Naimisha Alaya or Naimisha Aranya, Dirgha Satre, when they commit for the 1,000 years of yajna for the sake of the world's welfare, throughout the day they'll have yajna, morning some Vedanta Charcha, evening he will teach all the Puranas, in that this Bhagavata also he'll teach. Dirgha Satre, He Kurushreshta, O best among Kauravas, dear Parikshita, Samprushtaha Shaunakadivihi, when Shaunakadi rishis, with all respect and reverence, when they ask the Sutaji, Sutaji will give the same Bhagavata to our Shaunakadi Rishi. Therefore, what is Bhagavata Acharya Parampara? Parabrahma Paramatma as Narayana gave it to Naradji. Naradji gave it to Vyasaji. Vyasaji gave it to Shukadevji. When Shukadevji is giving to Parikshitji, that time Sutaji is listening. Sutaji gives to Shaunakadi Muni. When Shaunakadi Muni listen at that time, Vaishampayana Rishi also listens. So that Vaishampayana Rishi gives it to again the Janamejaya, the Putra of the Parikshit. This Vaishampayana Rishi again is the giver of the Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda, of which only is this Taittiriya Upanishad which we are studying in the morning. Another parampara, Bhagavan Narayana gave it to Brahmadeva. Brahmadeva gave it to Naradji. Naradji ko luckily तीनों से मिला. Directly from Narayana he got, directly from Brahmadeva he has got, and he has organized Bhagavad Saptah for his elder brothers Sanakadi Muni. From them also he heard. 3 बार सुना उन्होंने. आप में से कुछ लोगों ने भी 3 बार सुना है. So Naraji gave it to Vyasaji. Vyasaji gave it to Shukadevji. Shukadevji gave it to the Suda Mahamuni. When he was giving to Parikshit, Sutaji was there. Then even he was giving Janameja, Vaishampayana was there. Then from there till now, the entire Bhagavad Purana, as it is intact, has reached to us. We are also from last 3 years. 1,000 years they have done, 1,000 days we have done. So ours also is not a small satra. Ours also is Dirgha Satra. Is it not? July 1st we started. I'll calculate it and tell today or tomorrow. You can calculate and tell me somebody. 1st July we have started 2020. That is 21st April today, 2023. तो कितने हो गए? 365, 365, 730 तो 2 साल हो गए, पिछले साल जुलाई जून 30 तक। तो फिर जुलाई अगस्त के 62 दिन, सितंबर के 30 दिन 92 हो गए, देन अक्टूबर के 31 132 22 दिन हो गए, देन नवंबर के 30, फिर दिसंबर के 31, जैन के 31, मई के 28, मार्च के 31, सारे मिला के देखो, मेरे ख्याल में 1000 हो जाएंगे। मे बी 10-12 इधर उधर। What is today? April 21. Na? Maybe May 7th or 6th, I believe our 1000 days will be over. I think so. Whatever. But good that at least in this life, we are going through how much ever superficial it may be, irregular it may be lacking in our sincerity. Bhagavan is always kind to forgive us and give us more abilities and opportunities. Do intensely if we seek it. I too am seeking. Bhagavan, I am not at all contented with all that because of lot of imperfections, etc. Give me more abilities and more perfections so that your glory only sung as long as the air is there inside, the Hava is there inside. So, in this way, this fourth chapter appears to be one of the most profound for various reasons. But one of the reason is almost Shukadev ji is concluding his 7 days Upadesha to Parikshita, which contains these 18,000 shlokas, these 24 avatara varnana, these 12 skandhas, these 334 chapters of Bhagavatam. In the next chapter, we will see fifth one, final teachings which are very, very subtle again by Shuka to Parikshita. Sixth one, Parikshit in the eighth shloka leaves this world and goes. The remaining 7 chapters are Suta Shaunaka Samvada. Shuka Parikshit Samvada Rupi Bhagavata will be over in the next 1.5 chapters. I am feeling so bad that it is coming to an end. But again, I am happy that we have started 10th Skandha. And don't worry, after that, I will not start 11th wala. वो तो बड़ा फिर उसका 500 दिन लगेंगे. We will take up some other parts, any of the Puranas. So we'll conclude today. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Tomorrow when we come, 2 days or 3 days, whatever it takes, repeatingly we will talk on 5th Skandha for the content it has got, because again it is the summary of all the Vedanta, all the Jnana. यही है हमारे ऋषि मुनियों का. In a Vyasa Rupa, in an expanded form also they tell us. In a Samasa Rupa, in a contracted form also they teach us. We also should be fit enough to understand it both ways. Thank you. Om Bhurvo Swasvarinna Bharu Prana Pana Vyana Udana Samana Brahmane Madhya Madhya Madhvana Uttara Vasudava. Om Nilamega Shama Krishna Nitya जगन्मोहन कृष्ण बाल गोगाहं वेणुगानल वेदांत वेदनवनीत चोर भक्त जनाधार परमदया भारती मुक्ति संधाय कृष्णामूर्ति मंगलं गीतामृतदाता भारत सारद रूप कृष्णाधर मंगलम ओम न तत्र दुर्गंधाकं निमावितव तस्य नारायण नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या भक्ति विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यं समभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री वेद व्यास शुकदेव सूतादि समस्त भागवत आचार्य की जय. भागवत पुराण अंतर्गत समस्त अवतार ऋषि भक्तगण की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम. 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 शरणं मम. शरणं मम. Thank you. 2 minutes. Please join for Adhyatma Ramayana. Om. Amma.